Hello everyone, today we're talking about the organization of a shed. In a specific, how to build shelves for your shed. I'm going to be covering three of the most popular shelving system that we have. We're going to start with your most popular and very inexpensive way to build a shelf, and then we're going to work our way down to a heavy duty shelving system that can hold up to 400 pounds. What I enjoy about these type of projects is that it gives me a chance to clean up, get rid of all this junk, and start fresh. And to start fresh, I like to install paneling behind the shelves. And depending how your shed was built, you may need to adjust the framing to make this happen. In my case, I added 2x4s on the end of each wall so the paneling had somewhere to be nailed to. Now, you don't necessarily need to install these panels, but personally, what I find is that they help keep your shed organized. And by that, I mean once you're storing things in the shelf and you're pushing it back towards the wall, this helps things not fall behind the wall. So I do recommend that you spend a few extra bucks, get this wall covered up, and now you have a blank slate to mount your shelves. And what I chose to go with are these 1/8 of an inch thick utility panels. They are super easy to cut with a circular saw and very lightweight. And I simply nailed them to the wall using some roofing nails I had laying around. And the last thing I do before installing shelves, one is locating the studs to make sure that I attach the shelves to the wall, and two is to start laying out where each shelf will go. I'm gonna have 4 rows and each row will be 15 inches apart from each other. The first shelf that I'm installing is this wire shelf. This is a very common shelf seen in closets. And the reason I'm installing it here is to show you how easy it is to install this shelf. Anyone can do it. I begin by attaching all the clips to the wall first. I hook the shelf onto the clips on both ends. Then I go back driving the screws onto the clips. This will hold the shelf in place. And all that's left is to install the brackets. So then you make sure the shelf is leveled and you drive a screw onto the bracket, holding the bracket leveled and secure in the wall. The second shelf that I'm building is made from 2x4. I designed this to be 60 inches wide and in the full length of the shed wall. I did add one block right in the middle of the shelf to give extra support. I'm using 2.5-inch GRK screws to attach the shelf to the walls of the shed. And because I bought a full sheet of OSB to make this shelf, I decided to make good use of it. So I went with 2 shelves made from 2x4 and OSB. And one little trick that I have is that when placing the OSB on top of your shelf, keep the factory edge facing out. That way you're gonna have a nice crisp straight line on the ends of the shelf. It is expected that the shelving made out of 2x4 and OSB to be much more stronger than your wire shelf. However, is it really worth the money? Is this any more expensive or cheaper than the wire shed? I'll tell you that towards the end. And next, what I'm gonna put down here, it's a shelf made by Fleximount. And if you wanna take a look where I get all these parts, make sure to check the description below. If you're watching this on a TV, like many of us nowadays, I'm gonna leave a QR code for you right here. That's gonna take you to the list of all the parts we used today. And remember, if you wanna build or buy a shed, make sure you visit everydayshed.com. We have all kinds of information shed related just for you. And the FlexMount shelves are really nice. First thing I noticed right off the bat is that they ask you to mount these brackets right on the studs. That way they know you're secured to the wall and nothing is gonna fall. And the other thing is they send you the hardware you need to mount those brackets, making this a very easy and straightforward project. Each set of shelf comes with two brackets. I like to start by pre-drilling a 1/4 inch hole onto the stud. Then I'll drive the lag bolts onto the bracket all the way down, securing them to the wall. When doing this, just make sure that you keep this bracket plumbed. And once you have the brackets installed, all you gotta do is place the metal shelving on top. Each Fleximount section is 3 feet wide by 24 inches deep. I was able to install 2 sections on this wall, making sure that the brackets stay center to the shelving. The kit does come with a handful of Velcro straps, so you can use them to strap down the metal shelving onto the bracket. Now, which one is best? Not from a storage perspective, but for all your needs. As far as the wire shelf that is typically found in closets, they can be found pretty much in any hardware store. A 6-foot section plus all the brackets, the wall mount clips, and hardware cost me $75. So I'm gonna round this up to $85 per 6-foot section. Then we have these FlexiMount shelves. Interesting enough, when I purchased this, it was on sale. I'm not sure how often it goes on sale or not, but for this comparison, I'm taking the full sale price. The kit I purchased comes with a total of 12 feet of shelving. So if you're gonna compare apples to apples, a 6-foot section will cost us about $95. The last one here is our homemade shelving system. It cost me around $57 total to purchase a full sheet of OSB and the 2x4s. With this material, I built 2 shelves covering the whole back wall. That's about 16 feet total. And just like before, comparing apples to apples, we're looking at $25 per 6 feet. We all know that the money part of the project is very important, but it doesn't give us the whole picture. So let's take a look at how difficult it is to install each of them. And this is my personal opinion, but the wire shelf I believe is the easiest to install. All you need is a drill gun, a level, and you can get started. As far as the FlexiMount shelving system, it's easy to install. However, you do need to pre-drill the holes before driving those lag bolts. And I believe this extra step may drive some people away from this choice. Nonetheless, it is an easy project. And obviously, building your own shelf is more difficult. Some people may be intimidated by this. Overall, if you're looking to purchase the shelf, I recommend you check out FlexiMount shelving system. However, if you're looking for more a custom shelving solution, then the best route is to build your own. That way you save money and you can build it just how you like it. And there you have it, the 3 most popular shelving systems that you can build for your shed. I hope that you learned something in this video. They helped you organizing your shed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.